we made it out. 87 degrees. We're in the shade. There's a nice breeze going. You can tell by the water. Nice. Got a little company. We have 3 other boats other than us. Just 2 of us up here in this end. Got some kayakers over yonder and up yonder. It is what time? Let us see. 3:02 in the afternoon. So 2 minutes after 3. We're on station here. I don't know if we're going to eat a bite. I think she's baiting up already. She's anxious. She got a little catching up to do here too. More than a little. We have remembered the stern light tonight. For those that haven't seen it, there it is. Don't tread on me. Or today. Isn't tonight yet, but we've remembered the anchor light. We've got everything. Did we get flashlights? Well, if we need them, we'll go back and get them. Okay, I think mine's in the console. But here we are. We have food. We have water. We have bait. Boat's complete. So, let's go. I'm in. Baited with crawler out there off that tree. We'll see how the bite is. If the bite is slow or non-existent here, and in another place, we're not going to catch much fish this trip, or that trip, particular trip. If the bite's on here or there, we're going to catch fish. Well, very first cast, she has caught a tree up there. Bobber hanging in. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. There it is. Decorating for Christmas already. Now, I'm not breaking anchor to go up there and get that. She can wait. Well, we've been here an hour and a half. One little nibble in the beginning.
Well, one big bite for you, but...
That was it. That wasn't a big bite. That was a nibble.
It was in it for quite a while.
And nothing else. Not looking good. Hour and a half in. Got one bite. She's caught this tree up here behind her. Got it out. I'm going up there and get her other Christmas decorations now and change positions. No action. There she is up in there. Got your pliers or whatever you use. First 2 casts, treat them both. Okay, get all that extra line there. So we can wad it up and throw it away. That you cut off at the boat because I did not make an immediate trip over to fetch her gear. Kind of hurt her feelings. Today, whatever she trees, we'll wait there and she'll re-gear until we're done with that spot. Then we'll go get it. Retrieve all of it. Otherwise, that's all we're going to be doing is going back and forth to the trees, ain't it, dear?
Yep. Unfortunately.
Quick pit stop here. Let me get my focus going here. Hang on. There we go. Got some contrast there, I think. Well, still wanting to play focus games with me. A lot of green in there. Her bobber got moved. It's still there, but it's moved. Describe how it was moved.
Oh, gosh.
Over there?
Yeah. It was sitting right behind it.
Okay.
Down in the dirt.
Moved a couple of feet to the left of it. It was stuck in the dirt behind it, so.
Let's try it again.
Yep. But it got moved. When was we here? Last Saturday? Yeah. Week ago, Saturday. All right. So we're up in here at Squash Point taking a break, stretching the legs. Been sitting around for couple hours anyway in the boat. Time to stretch. We've got one of those duck things that's been victimized here. We'll have some feathers there. I haven't made it up in there yet where she's at. I just lost her. Oh, okay, there she is. Come down here to water's edge. There's some more. So they come down and had a drink after they ate. Or had Lakeview dining. Either way. There's a lot of wildlife uses that path. So I always knew it because, like I said, that's the well-worn path up there. We've shown it on past. Was that you? Hey, was that you? Yeah. You all right? Okay. I don't know if the camera picked it up. Heard a pretty rude noise. There's the cairn, and then there behind it is the bobber. I can just barely see the red tip sticking up. This has always been too rocky of a beach to get any kind of prints. There's no sand. They're just small pebbles and stones and flat stones. So I'm just curious what all does use this and come down to drink, catch fish, ducks, whatever. It's just, yeah, too rocky to even hope to get a print anywhere. Where there is dirt, it's hard packed clay, hard pan. So won't do no good there, but they come down off the hill up in there where she went. There's a runoff creek draw runs up in there. I'm just curious what all varmints utilize this place. Well, while we're stretching, taking a break, quick update. What I'm going to do for this cover frame, I'm going to start here, go up the side, start to span right in there on this back bench, go up over the middle one, end on the front one, bring angled ribs up, running up and down both sides, and a ridge pole down the center. Heard something up in there. Anyway, a ridge pole down the center. Particular attention to ribs here where the low spots are. Well, spaced evenly all the way up so there won't be any more low spots. Not going to run them lengthwise because that would allow dips between them going down. So they're going to run up and down to the ridge pole. And the frame will just set in the boat when we're ready to cover it. We set the frame in there, put the cover over it, and it spans from the back seat up to the front seat. And that front seat, the cover up in the bow area gets low up in there anyway. So it won't be high, it'll gradually angle down. But that's the next plan. These rod holders, they're kind of useful, I guess. I've never been sold on them in any position, my own self. I don't use the kind you put in the ground when you're bank fishing. If these don't serve a dual purpose, I am probably going to take mine off back here in the back. I'm just not a rod holder person. Never have been. Just hasn't been my thing. But if I was going to serve a dual purpose, hold a cover frame and rods or whatever, you can see there the net. That's a good place for it. I'd get along with them. Wasn't no problem at all. But if they're not going to serve a dual purpose, then they're probably coming off back here. To me, they're more of a hindrance than a help back here. And that's just my personal take on them. But there's the concept. Each side of the boat run a frame up through the seats, ridge pole down the center with ribs coming down from the ridge pole to the sides. And that's the next concept. I will get to that maybe one day this week if we can get to it this week. We've got a lot of rain coming starting tomorrow. So we'll see how the weather shapes up and everything, then go from there. So far there's been one minor bite. There ain't been no fish caught, and there ain't been no more bites. So if it doesn't pick up here shortly, I'll drag her to the house and get in the air conditioner and cool off a while. Yesterday was a pretty terribly long hot day out in that hot sun and that heat. I've not quite adjusted back to that yet. We had a car show for an organization I belong to as a fundraiser. And we had a good turnout, but man, it was hot. It was really hot on everybody. We had 45 cars in it. This is the first one we've had since the pandemic shut down. And the Mopar National car show was in town also. Everybody was jockeying for a Saturday. We don't like doubling up, but there was others that doubled up too. Everybody's trying to make up here. There was more than one car show in the county. I think it was 4 total, counting ours. But anyway, it was hot. We had 45 cars, and with everything else going on, the heat, the weather, the Mopar National car show, and everything, we're tickled to death with 45 cars. We made money. We made money for the group's use that we're going to intend it for. Charity. Quick update on the solar charger while we're sitting here. We're sitting at 12.3 volts. Solar charger's been hooked up since the first day. It was at 12.6 today when we come off. We've been using the trolling motor and stuff. Well, the trolling motor. 12.3, I just seemed to dip to 12.2, so yep. Yesterday, even as hot as it was pretty cloudy. We didn't get a lot of direct sunlight, fortunately. It was just hot. That air was hot. It was humid, and there was wind, and it was a hot wind. So we didn't quite get the direct sunlight most all day yesterday. And so it probably didn't charge at its full rate. But anyway, 12.6 today when we unhooked it. I do want to say a couple of catches. Point one out right here. There's one of the twigs that she caught that she had to cut out of her line, floating there. There's the remains of one, the carcass. Another one coming up here off the starboard bow. You'll notice there's no green leaves anywhere else on this lake, so that's got to be hers. We're going up here a little further uplake than usual. We've been up here before, but there's trees, there's stumps, Stump City. You get much further up here and it's Stump City just under the water surface. So you got to watch. You ain't going to see it mist water with it rippled the way it is, so we're not going in there. Just want to go up here and look at something. Noticing here that tree, leaves are starting to change. Starting to get that light green, yellowish tint to them. Okay, seen something floating in the water, a balloon. One of those foil balloons. Let me get positioned here. For the grab here now. Huh.
Happy birthday, honey.
Somebody's balloon got away from them, run out of helium long in here and dropped in my lake. You know how we are about litter here. Absolutely hate it. Okay, I got her to her other place. She's caught some fish here before. We haven't been here for a while. it acted like it played out, so we quit for a while, and now we'll give it a shot again, see if it's picked back up. Hey, no pressure, but you know, no pressure.
Of course not.
But produce fish. I'm not talking about bait either. I'm talking about fish. Just to give her a fair chance, I ain't gonna bait up or throw in. I'll give her a fair chance at all of it. You know, if I throw in, I'm gonna start catching. I'm probably gonna take her fish. You laughing, or you having a seizure, or what?
We do good in here together.
You're shaking so hard up there, you're shaking the boat. But anyway, I'll give her a good sporting chance here. I'm just as happy looking at the woods, listening to the fall bugs. Back to school bugs, as they call them. We got a lot of tent worms around the lake right now. There's several over there. Several out there on that outcropping. Sun might have blowed that out just then, but... And here we go. She's in the water. So far, no good. She's really concentrating too and trying. Today is her chance to catch up and surpass me, but she's not getting the job done. So we're being very, very quiet. She's hunting bass. We're bored out of our skull, folks, if you ain't figured that out. Do what?
I'm just hunting for something to bite it.
Yeah, we're not bored out of our skull. There's nothing biting. Now, last trip out, we caught 3 fish all night, and those was hard earned. Those 3. Time of the year, barometric pressure, water temp. I don't know, water temps 86, 87. We're 86, 8, 87. It's bouncing back and forth. So, of course, it's colder, deeper, but you know, we got good warm water. We've had some hot, blistering weather, so it's warmed it up. Hottest we seen here was 90 or 91. I'll have to look.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it was a hot tub. One summer, a couple of summers ago, it was hot. So anyway, we're not give up, but she's not slaying fish yet either. Let's watch this cast. Ooh. She got a little fling on it. You didn't catch the tree.
Not this time.
What happened there? One of your favorite places that you've always done good in.
I know.
You're not doing good in here tonight.
It is quiet tonight.
But it is nice up in here. Like I said, you know, it could be barometric pressure. There's something to that. I don't know what it is. Didn't look. Don't matter, because, you know, we take a notion to go fishing. We're going fishing. Or boating, or picnicking, or whatever suits us. If one's not working out, we'll do something else. But it's nice to get, I don't know, a bluegill, an eel, a snake even, you know, something. We don't take many skunkings. We really don't.
No, no.
Trip 4 last, I think we caught 17 fish. Last weekend was 3. And now we're big goose eggs everywhere here. And another relocation to the first and original cat hole. We pulled a lot of fish out of here years ago. For a couple of years, it kind of played out. Haven't been back since. For 2 or 3 years. First year, we caught a lot of fish out of here. So far, it's Skunk City. So far. Kind of waiting it out here. Also this week, when I build that frame, we're going to replace the connectors on all the wiring. The ground connector on the trolling motor getting a little dicey. It's been on there forever and ever. So I'm going to redo the connectors on everything and make them new again. Still skunked. She's right out there. Ain't often we get skunked, dear.
Yeah, I know.
Ain't often at all.
Especially in this place.
They're just not biting today. Yeah, it's nothing we're doing wrong or any different. They're just not biting today. Quick address on a couple of comments I've had. I've been getting roasted for not knowing how to swim and being afraid of the water. I am not afraid of the water. Look around here, dear. I will go in anywhere if somebody can swim, can drag me to where I can touch bottom or drag me out. Pools, ponds, lakes, I don't care. I am not afraid of the water. I just never developed the ability to float. I'll put a picture of the pond I grew up on. Short of the watering trough for the cows. You got cleaned?
I had one little bite out there.
You had one little bite and got cleaned.
Yeah.
The only bite of the day. He got you. Anyway, this pond over here in the side picture, and the watering trough for the cows was the deepest water around. This pond probably 3 foot deep. It was ancient, mud hole pond. Ancient. So a lot of sediment and everything had filled in over the eons. But I am not afraid to swim. As far as the life jackets, I don't know. Up there's stumps out here. Lots of them. And all these places we go have stumps and down trees along the bank. Actually, we're tied off to a stump right up there. We have stumped. We have stumped quite a number of times. We have stumped pretty hard a couple of times. Unknown stumps just under the surface. Well, recast him out there. What?
There's too many stumps in between.
So, there is a lot of stumps there. Anyway, you can't see them. We can, barely. But we've been here before and there's stumps. Anyway, back to the life jackets. We stump occasionally. We try our best not to, but every once in a while one will get us. And like I said, we've stumped hard a couple of times in areas where there shouldn't have been stumps. But, and it's a safety thing. She can swim, but the boat don't get underway without, especially gas motor. Trolling motor, not so much. Gas motor, yeah, you're going to wear the life jacket. You get knocked forward, bump your head up there, something, go overboard, bump your head on the way out, break an arm, break a leg on the way out, you're going to need a life jacket. I don't care if you can swim or not. You get injured on the way out of this boat, or any boat, you might not be able to swim if you got a broken wing. So, but it's a safety thing, and I am not afraid of the water. Far from it. Not at all. Y'all play in the deep end of the pools with no life jacket or nothing if there's people around afraid of the water. That was pretty funny. If I was afraid of the water, I wouldn't be out here in this tiny boat, 14-foot boat, and I wouldn't have taken it out on the Ohio River and everything else. But no, I just wanted to address that fear of water. Not hardly. Yeah, I'm just, like I said, we've stumped. We've hit one submerged tree. And if you're in the wrong position, you tumble. No. Just because we wear life jackets does not mean we're afraid of the water. And it's a safety thing. She goes in and gets hurt. Yeah, I'm going in. I got a life jacket. I'll drag her back. We'll figure it out. But now, if we stump, hit a tree or something, you bump your head, you break an arm, or you injure yourself or something on the way over and out, you're going to need that life jacket. So do not take these life jackets as fear of the water. No, it just ain't happening here. We are calling it a day. Skunk City. That's rare for us. We usually catch something.
Usually.
But that's all right, it happens. But it's been a fantastic day out. It's been great weather. We've had a breeze when it was warm. 86, 87 today. You can see you've got a lot of kayakers out here with us. Knee board or boogie board or whatever you call those things. Got one over there. And it's been a really good day. You know, they hang down about this side of the lake, this end of it. It's a long way up the other way, but we will see you all next time. Now next week, like I said, it's supposed to start raining tomorrow. We'll see how that shapes up. We'll have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as optional open days to come back. We'll see how the weather is and what's going on, and then we'll head back. You getting it took care of there, dear?
Yep, got it.
All right. So we'll look at our options later in the week, and until then, like I said, maybe we'll get started on this frame, weather dependent and stuff, and those electrical terminal connections, and go from there. We'll see you next time. Wave, dear. Well, while adjusting the rod holder, it breaks. You remember where these were made? We were just talking about that too, so there we are. And we're going to be done with the battery at 12.1. We're here in the dark. There's Miss Glow in the dark. She's putting some little rubber booties on the A-frame up here.
That's better.
We trimmed off of the seat there, yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, this rod holder broke here, as you've seen. I run a bungee up and around it, and that's going to hold it down there in place. Just pin it under the oar lock, bungee holding it down. Now we will put the cover on it just as usual, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, aggravating stuff. I'm not kidding you. Well, let's put to bed. Right there's my spot. Yeah. That starts it. What, dear? Yeah, I doubt you can get any tighter. I mean, it's tight up there. There's none there where that sag is. It's just, you get a couple of ribs up through here. That'll do it. So, all right, we're going home and find something to eat now. And like I said, we'll be back Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. We'll work on this as weather and time and ability permits. And we'll see you all then.